Well, the time has finally come. Conor McGregor's return fight has been finally announced after McGregor and even Chandler have teased this fight for a very long time. And honestly, it really started to feel like it wasn't going to happen. I have actually made multiple videos about, is Michael Chandler right for sitting out? Because he has sat out and waited for this fight for what feels like maybe 18 months or so. He hasn't fought since 2022, and he's just been waiting and waiting and waiting for that Conor McGregor fight after they did the Ultimate Fighter season last year, I believe, the start of 2023. And this is it. This is the big moment, and this is going to be a very big fight, and there's quite a lot of detail to kind of go into with this fight, because to start with, it's going to be at UFC 303, June 29th, which I think is only 10 weeks away. International Fight Week as well, so this is going to be the International Fight Week. I'm assuming the headliner, it has to be the headliner, and it's at 170 pounds. That was kind of a bit of a talking point as well, because Conor McGregor said on the Ultimate Fighter show they were going to fight at whatever weight class he chose, and then he also kind of teased in that video where he had obviously had a few drinks and was kind of giggling, and he was actually drinking during the video, and he was saying that, we're going to do it 185 pounds, and he was laughing. 170 pounds. And I think the reason why they're doing it at 170 is because if Conor McGregor beats Michael Chandler, they will have him fight whoever's the welterweight champion at the time. And I'm going to assume it's going to be Leon Edwards. So let's just say this. If Conor McGregor beats Michael Chandler, I could almost guarantee you his next fight will be against Leon Edwards, because Conor McGregor is not only just a massive name, he is, in my opinion, got the best chance of becoming the first ever champion in 3 different weight classes in the UFC. And behind Conor McGregor, I feel like it has to be Alex Pereira, but to do that, he's going to have to get past like Tom Aspinall or John Jones, or, it's going to be tough. But that's another video. That's a completely separate situation. McGregor versus Chandler's at 170. It's a good weight class for the fight to be at, because obviously Conor McGregor looks like he's been bulking up and putting on a lot of weight in the time that he's been away against Dustin Poirier since 2021. It doesn't really look like McGregor's been training all that much. I mean, sparring footage has been leaking of Conor McGregor just pushing around guys, and Michael Chandler even made comments about how, like, you're just pushing around amateurs, you're not really sparring with the top guys. But I guess the real big talking point about this is McGregor's return, but also the fact that it worked out for Michael Chandler, because, as I said, I've put out videos on my channel, me saying that I think that Michael Chandler might be wasting his time, because at the end of the day, he hadn't fought since 2022, and I'm sure he has been paid a lot of money in the period of time he did fight in the UFC. I'm sure he did as well at Bellator too. Bellator is quite well known to pay out quite well as well, especially PFL, but obviously that was 2020. It was the last time he fought at Bellator, so I am just speaking Japanese right now. But the point is, he also would have got paid for the Ultimate Fighter, so he would have had money to sit on, but he's just waiting for this fight against McGregor, and it's finally been announced. He's finally signed the contract, obviously, because they've announced it, and Conor McGregor has confirmed that he's going to be coming back. But to give a pick on the fight, I don't know if you can pick Conor McGregor, to win. But I feel like it's going to be You know what? I actually might do it. I'm actually thinking about it. I actually might pick McGregor to win the fight. But McGregor, it doesn't seem like he cares anymore. And the truth is about Conor McGregor is I feel like he's so successful, he doesn't need to fight anymore. And I guess you could say that about a lot of fighters, But at the end of the day, McGregor, one of the richest athletes in the world, one of the most successful athletes of all time in financial and also in the UFC. I mean, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, 2-time champion in different weight classes as well. He doesn't need to fight anymore. I don't think he's got the same hunger as Michael Chandler, but stylistically, I think the fight might actually end up working out quite well for him, because I don't think Chandler's going to come into this matchup against Conor McGregor and shoot for takedowns. Because I think Chandler might go into this matchup and just try and strike with McGregor, and can he land and knock out McGregor? Yes, and that probably is what's going to happen. McGregor does have a good style to beat Chandler, because he doesn't really actually, because he's boxing more. That's the thing. He changed his striking style. He used to be very karate based. He used to be, very bouncy on his feet, very good sniper. And then he boxed against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And then his MMA striking style actually changed because of that. And we even saw two different striking styles against Dustin Poirier, a very boxing kind of based striking style, and then he went into with a bit more kicks, a bit more karate style, I guess you could say, and he did lose both of those. The second one, doctor stoppage, doctor stoppage, controversial somewhat, I guess, but he's back. He's got that titanium shin bone. I can't do impressions, but he's got that titanium shin bone in his leg now. He's gonna be feeling good, but like, has he been training the whole time? I don't know if he has, to be honest with you, because you see so many videos of McGregor and it's just him on his yacht, and he seems to be partying a lot. He's always in his pub, which is probably not something that you want to see from someone like in the middle of a training camp with a fight 10 weeks out, because let's just say it was like Tatsuro Taira was fighting Tim Elliott, and then all of a sudden there were videos circulating of Tatsuro Taira was getting absolutely smashed at some sort of club 6 weeks out from his fight. People would kind of have something to say about it, but for McGregor, it's just a normality at this point. So it's like, do you look into it that much? But like, I don't know, McGregor just doesn't seem serious. He just doesn't seem serious. And then there's the rumors and the, I guess, theories potentially of him like getting on something that he allegedly getting on the sniff. There's a lot kind of going on into this matchup, but stylistically, I don't mind it. The matchup is going to be in Vegas, but I guarantee you this. If Michael Chandler loses to Conor McGregor will fight Leon Edwards in Europe. Probably in Ireland, more specifically, because the UFC has some Irish stars right now. Ian Gary's a pretty big one. You've got Cowlin Loughran, who's coming up. Paul Hughes is destined to get signed to the promotion. And I'm sure there's Reese McKee, I guess. There's so many fighters I'm probably missing out on. The point is, there's like a Sean O'Bannon. There's a lot of fighters in the UFC from Ireland, and they could do an Irish card with McGregor versus Leon Edwards as the headliner, followed up by the Irish stars and just other big fighters in the world. This is going to be a big card too. I just accidentally exited out of that. But anyway, I think I'm going to pick Chandler to win. Well, what am I doing thinking McGregor can win? I think he's got a real shot, though. I really do. I think striking style. Chandler is not a smart fighter. He's a fighter that wants to entertain. He's going to go out there against McGregor. His game plan is going to go out the window. But I think that ultimately Chandler's just going to catch McGregor and knock him out. Maybe similarly to how the Dan Hooker fight went, potentially, something like that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to know your predictions, because I feel like this might be one of the most unpredictable fights the UFC has ever put on. But let me know, what do you think? What do you think about this one in the comments below? I'll see you guys in the next one.